There are many cases in which subject-verb agreement is not as straightforward as we may think. The following cases have much less definitive rules. What we usually do to resolve the rules for these cases is to observe the sentence constructions made by native speakers. However, we have actually seen that even in the natural speech of native speakers, there is still a lot of ambiguity. Take the case of the word, none. Although the rule is definitive when none refers to a non-count noun, the subject-verb agreement in sentences constructed by native speakers show a lot of variation when none refers to plural count nouns. When none refers to a non-count noun, the verb takes a singular inflection. None of the toxic gas has escaped. But when none refers to a plural count noun, Larsen-Freeman and Celce-Murcia have found variation in the sentence constructions of native speakers such as the following. None of those things are neurological. None of the jobs have lasted for longer than 13 months. None of the injuries was life-threatening. None of the cases has come to trial. Larsen-Freeman and Celce-Murcia suggest using the plural verb inflection when none refers to plural count nouns. In the case of the word all, the general rule is to use a singular verb inflection when all modifies a non-count noun, and a plural inflection when all modifies a count noun. However, when the word all modifies a collective count noun, there are other factors involved. One of them is once again how the speaker thinks of the subject. Some native speakers use a singular verb inflection while others use a plural verb inflection as shown in the following. All of my family is present. All of my family are present. However, when the word of is removed, most native speakers tested prefer to use a singular verb inflection, as shown in the following. All my family is present. In the case of the word each or every, when these quantifiers modify a plural noun, then there is some ambiguity because the quantifiers themselves are singular, but the noun they modify is plural. However, most native speakers tested showed a preference for the use of the singular inflection, such as in the following. Each of you is questioned privately. Every one of us is a hero in waiting. A quote from the author Allison. However, there were cases where the plural inflection was preferred as in the examples shown. Each of these were performed 6 times. Every one of us were happy to see him again. In the case of clausal or phrasal subjects, the traditional rule is to always have a singular inflection as illustrated in the following. That the children want friends doesn't surprise me. What they want is revolutions everywhere. This also applies to gerunds such as the following. Reading books is my hobby. To err is human. However, the data found in a language corpus shows that when the phrasal or clausal phrase subject refers to plural nouns after the verb, then the verb comes with a plural inflection as shown in the following. What we see are populations that fluctuate. In the case of correlatives like either or, and neither nor, it seems that the proximity rule is being followed by native speakers, that is, the number of the noun immediately preceding the verb determines the inflection of the verb as shown in the following examples. Either my sister, or my brothers are going to do it. Either my brothers, or my sister is going to do it. Neither the books, nor the movie was helpful. Neither the movie, nor the books were helpful. However, the proximity rule is not as solidly applied in the case of personal pronouns as shown in the following. Neither you, nor I, are trained for that job. Neither you, nor he, were, or was, able to answer the question. A very important question is which of the nouns in a complex sentence is the true subject. Take for example the following sentence. I am one of those teachers who like, or likes, to use a whiteboard. In this case, the inflection on the verb tends to be influenced by which of the nouns is considered the true subject by the speaker. All of these examples show that subject-verb agreement is not as simple as we may think. You can check out the channel for more grammar-related videos as well as other English learning materials.